Welcome to something a little bit different for me today. I'm here at this abandoned hospital sanatorium, and I'm going to see if I can do something with it and its surroundings, photographically of course, and I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Oh, and by the way, it's supposed to be haunted. Ooh. Okay, quick bit of history then. This place is called Preventorio de Aguas de Busot. But it didn't start out as a Preventorio, and we'll come on to what one of those is in a minute. It started out as a luxury hotel. It was built in about 1865. It was a luxury hotel and spa. I think it was called the Miramar. And it operated until about 1930, and then it shut down. In 1936, it was taken on by the Spanish government, by the state, and used as a Preventorio, which is basically a sanitarium. But it's a sanitarium for people who are at risk of a disease but don't necessarily have it. And in the case of this one, it was tuberculosis. It operated as that until 1939, I think the end of the Civil War, and then it has been closed and abandoned ever since. Sadly, it has been graffitied and I'm sure vandalised in other ways. You can get inside in places, but I have read a number of reports recently saying that it is getting a bit dangerous in there with, you know, it's collapsing. So they're recommending you don't try and find your way in. I might sort of poke my head in and have a little look around, but I'm not going to go inside and run any silly risks. I'm much more interested in trying to photograph it from the outside. It is supposed to be haunted. It's one of those places where people have claimed a number of different phenomenon. A white lady, I don't know why it's always a white lady, but apparently people have seen a white lady here. And there's also supposed to be the sound of children that are believed to be children that were brought here when it was a Preventorio, a sanatorium, so presumably children at risk of tuberculosis. Although interestingly, according to all the research I've been able to find on it, nobody ever died here. So I'm not quite sure why it would be haunted, but who knows. So I'm going to have a look around, see what I can find, because it's still sort of fairly early. It's it's 2.5 hours still until sunset, so the sun's pretty high. I'm going to hang around for a bit, but I don't think I'm going to hang around here until actual sunset. But because of that, we're going to have some quite harsh light. Because of the graffiti as well, I'm kind of thinking that black and white might be the way to go on the building. Maybe the building itself in its surroundings, maybe you know, some details of the building, I don't know, we'll see. And well, just see what we can find. I guess this is one of these places that would probably really benefit from a dark and moody sky to add atmosphere. But we haven't got that. But you know, if I like what I see here, maybe I'll come back another time. Okay, enough waffle, time to go and have a little look round. Okay, so I'm going to take a shot here. I mean, it's not going to be great. I've managed to find my way around to the back of the building, and the back of the building is much less heavily graffitied than the front, and I've managed to find an area that doesn't look too bad at all. It's not a clear view of the building, there's lots of bushes and that in the way, but I'm going to do a composition and I'm just going to shoot handheld It's going to be 16mm wide angle to fit everything in. And basically what we've got, let me just turn you around so hopefully you can see a bit better. There's a tree over there, and that's going to form the left hand side of the frame. And then we're going to go all the way across the scene, blue sky up above, and then we're going to come all the way across, and I'll just turn you around again, all the way across and have a look. Right the way across the building. Now I'm going to be cropping out the foreground to make it a 16:9 crop, and almost certainly going black and white. Yeah, okay, grab that one shot. Kind of got a feeling it might go not only black and white, but kind of like a really harsh, contrasty, almost grungy black and white. It might really suit the scene. I must admit, I'm quite liking the look of this. I should tip the camera up like that. This water tower up there, but it's not quite. Just can't find the angle to shoot it at. We'll carry on having a look around. Okay, I'm back around at the front now, and I'm on some sort of really rough ground. I don't know, this, like it's just been like filled in with soil. And there might be a view this way. I think I need to go a bit further over that way, maybe, and just see if there's a shot worth taking looking at the front of the building. I'm having to be careful because there's all sorts of stuff in the ground here. It's not the nicest environment, to be honest. Okay, I've got far enough across that I can get the building in. Now there's these big palm trees, and there's no way to avoid having those in the scene, but that's okay, they form part of the scene anyway. I wanted to get far enough across that the big water tower out on the right hand side there is clear and unobstructed, because I think that's quite a nice feature. And it's basically, again, it's just a shot of the entire building. And again, just shooting a handheld, probably about 27mm. Yeah, I mean, again, he's not going to win any awards, but, you know, as a placeholder shot, it's not too bad. Time to have a look and see what else we can find. I think I'm going to head off down the road and see if there's a different vantage point that I might be able to shoot this at. I don't know if there is or not, but if I could get a different view on it, it might work. And there's actually a spot. You can see what looks like an abandoned building over there. If I can find out how to get up to there, that might give me a really good view across here. Maybe a telephoto view. Let's see if we can find a way there. No, it's all fenced off. I thought it might be accessible because it looks sort of ruined and derelict, but it's got a big gate on it, so I'm not going to be getting in there. I'll have a look when I'm walking back, but I'm not sure I'm going to get a better angle than the one I've already got. Okay, so walking back, and I think I've seen a version of this that I quite like. Basically what I've got, 70 to 200 lens at about 100 mil. The building is down in the bottom of the frame, and it's kind of framed at the bottom by a load of bushes and that, they're sort of more this way. And then behind it we got the shape of the mountain with some quite nice light on, and just a sliver of sky over the top. F11, 30th of a second. I quite like that actually. I think what I might do is just hang on for a few minutes here, not for very long, just see how the light shifts over the next 10 minutes or so. And if it gets better, I'll take another shot, and if it doesn't, I think that'll be my final shot. We'll see. Just a little bit concerned that there might have been a little tiny bit of lens flare on that one, so I'm going to shoot again and just shield the lens with my hand, just to make sure there's not, because the light's coming from the side, just to make sure it's not creating any flare on that left hand side. I shot this with the intention of doing the same kind of high contrast, moody, black and white conversion, the same kind of thing that I'd done on the previous two images, and I did, but I have to admit I also liked the colour version, and it has a completely different feel, so I processed that as well. Two images for the price of one. Which one do I prefer? I don't know, I actually quite like them both. Okay, so I waited around for 10 or 15 minutes. What's happening is the light is disappearing off of the mountain. If I spin you around, you can see there's no light on the building. The light's going off the mountain, and there's not a lot of cloud up there to put any interest in around sunset. Sun's going to be dropping below the hills over that way in probably another 5 or 10 minutes. So I'm just walking back up. I left the car parked up near the building, and then I'll decide if I'm going to do anything else. But I've kind of got a feeling it could be it. Okay, I'm back at the building, and the sun's disappearing over there now, and I think it's time to go home. I'm sure there are some people that could come to a location like this and find composition after composition and really make some interesting images out of it. It's a bit different for me, and I've kind of struggled a little bit, I think, but I'm hoping I might have got something. Anyway, you'll know by now. I hope you've enjoyed the video and the little bit of history that I've shown you today. If you have, please give it a like, share it on social media, leave me a comment, and as I said at the beginning, if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.